I had originally started ElasticIT to be a cloud consulting firm focused in AWS and Azure. Ended up getting sucked into being an MSP by our client that we had taken on. They had one internal IT person and he was supporting about 380 users. So he was on his own there and asked us for help. I'm Anthony Birone, the founder of ElasticIT. We were working out of an Outlook mailbox that everyone was emailing. It was a complete disaster. So we hired one person to work through the day while I was at work, and then I worked as soon as I got home from my day job, automating whatever we could automate overnight. We discovered Immy after I had written a bunch of automation around Intune. Microsoft updated their APIs and broke all the automation I had written. And so I was frustrated, didn't want to rewrite it all. Actually, I started a chat within Immy, and Darren happened to be the person that responded. And he's like, hey, you want to hop on a call? And so we got on a Teams call and spent about 3 hours on the phone. Immy has a really different methodology in how you roll it out compared to most traditional RMMs. You're really thinking from a more multi-tenant state of mind versus thinking about all the things an individual client needs. And so Immy helps automate a lot of the cross-tenant or multi-tenant deployments that you need of applications or configs. What Immy provided was a platform to run some of the stuff we built, as well as some of the stuff that was built into Immy already. We were running the automation local before. My tech's computer would be different than my computer setup, and it was a nightmare to manage that automation. Really, it was Darren showing me how to think with Immy. Towards the end, he had asked me to provide live chat support to other Immy customers while the entire Immy team was out at IT Nation. And he just kind of gave us access to respond to chat, and they left. I think he liked some of the things that we were already doing. He knew that we understood PowerShell and automation, and were able to help his other clients with that. When I started in 2019, I didn't have anyone to talk to that was also an MSP owner. I didn't really know anyone. So Immy was the first community of other owners and C-level staff and an MSP that I'd ever met. And so for me, I'm passionate about automation. I love talking about that. And also I was able to learn how their business was running. So these are MSPs that were much, much more mature than me, 20-year MSPs. I'm able to help them with automation, and I'm able to learn from them. And that's what the MSP community is all about. That's what the Discord is about, really collaborating with other MSPs. I think that the biggest issue there is they're overwhelmed with everything Immy can do. Really, it's showing them how to think with Immy, as Darren calls it. And so in contrast to a traditional RMM, you're thinking, what is the business offer, and creating deployments in Immy for those first. So your standard stack, what might be your other RMM or security tools or agents that you're pushing out to the endpoints, versus thinking about unique customer situations. Most of the MSPs I talk to are doing something like imaging or manually having paying a tech to sit there and go through the out-of-box experience and get to a desktop, add their RMM to the endpoint, and then you have local accounts that need cleaned up. So really just showing them what Immy can save them in labor. They're all pretty impressed. From an owner standpoint, you can see the dollar signs in their eyes. One of the things ImmyBot allowed us to do was actually get rid of our RMM, which was completely unintentional. I had never thought that was going to happen. We onboarded Immy a couple months after. We had a new hire tech start. We trained this tech in both Ninja and Immy. And a few months later, he asked me a technical question. I asked him to look in Ninja for the answer, and he said, "What's Ninja?" And so I had realized at that point that we may not need Ninja, and we're probably paying for it for no reason. As far as time savings, Immy's saved us at least 15 minutes on every ticket that comes in for a software move ad change. The amount of time it cuts out just doing simple tickets like, I need this software installed. With Immy, we don't have to talk to the user, no remote support session into the machine. We're able to push it out in the background, which is both efficient for us and the client. we wouldn't have been able to grow as fast as we did without Immy. I mean, today we would have to hire 5 more people if we didn't have Immy.